Hi guys, it is November 2nd. And I am just starting NaNoWriMo. It's my cup from a couple of years ago when I won NaNoWriMo. And it is a terribly busy time for me. I have to write a lot of words every day to get to 50,000 by the end of the month. But I am going to take some time out to show you guys some special little things. A few things here in the greenhouse. I'm also going to show you how to plant pineapples. And I'm going to take a little bit of time to show you how to turn a self-watering container into a hydroponics unit. Some interesting things I've learned this week. A little black bamboo, doing pretty well. Well, what I learned this week is these canes will never get any bigger. Instead, the new canes that come up will be bigger than these. But these are done growing for their entire life. After their growing period in spring, these canes stop growing and new canes come up from the roots or culms underneath the soil, and those grow bigger until the eventual mature plant. Black bamboo matures about 10 years old. So this has about 10 years of growth on it before it becomes mature. Wow. Here in the greenhouse, I have the door closed tight because it's cold outside. It's cold and it's raining. Let's see here. Here are the seedlings. This is about the 5th or 6th iteration of the seedling project, trying to grow seeds in here, and it is not working very well. I have pretty much resigned myself to the fact that I'm going to have to grow my seeds separately and then put them into the hydroponic NFT system. A success I have had, though, that's garlic, and it is really happy. Really happy. Just growing brand new leaves, and there are lots of brand new little roots underneath. So it's nice to know that I can grow garlic in this system very easily and very cheaply. That is just store-bought garlic. All I had to do was that is store-bought garlic. All I had to do was remove a little paper thing around it, stick it in there, put some water on it, and it started doing all the rest by itself. Here are the seeds. Lettuce, carrot, parsley, and greens. I'm pretty much sticking to those. And you can see the Shichimasai greens ready to go in the system. It has a good amount of leaves. And the lettuce is just about to break out of its shell there and start growing. The little brown bits that you're seeing in there are these dried peat that I tried using for the bonsai. I found it actually goes really well for keeping those seeds nice and wet without drowning them. Well, let's go see what we can see about some pineapple, huh? Few changes. I left the pineapple top in the fridge too long, so it's no longer good. So the pineapple project is for now. But I did get my pH monitor calibrated, and I'm going to show you what the hydroponic system looks like right now. Brace yourself. Here we go. It's alive, but it's not growing. This one too is alive. I'll just take these out because they're... This too is alive, but I can't really tell what it's doing. That is, yeah, there's a lot of wind right now. This is not good. Somehow it made its way all over here, and this is just slime. It's just all algae. And here's our little garlic. Happy as a little lamb. Now I do have to admit, I haven't put any nutrients into the hydroponic system, so yeah, it's a little difficult for a plant that has grown its very first leaves to start putting out those second leaves if there's absolutely nothing for it to latch onto, even though the first leaves are necessarily what lead to the second leaves, but those extra roots that start coming out don't have anything that they really need to get going. But there is good news. Here we go. Looky here. There's a beautiful little baby right here. Well, okay, it's not so beautiful. It's a little warped. But these two are lettuces, and they're ready to go. I also see something growing here. I don't know if this is actually the root. And there's something right here. There's lettuce right here. So I haven't seen any of the carrots actually. There's one of the carrots. I don't know if you can actually see. It has started to grow, but unfortunately there's just too much water for it. This is a process. Is there any growth here? I don't even know where the seed went for that one. But there are two little lettuces here, so it's time to get these in the hydroponic system and get some nutrients into the hydroponic system. And take this out. These both need to be cleaned. Pop a clean one in. And a clean little leaf. Oh my goodness, there goes the wind. There. Okay. And actually, I don't need the cover because if I put this little Shiji Masai in here, it's got its own thing. Let's see. Look at this. Can you see it? Look at the length of this root. This is fantabulous. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. I need to... this is going to be really hard. Because I need the roots to go down. So this little scrap of paper towel here actually worked. I'm surprised. Come on. Oh, this is not going to work in the long run. Oh, come on. Please, 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 please. There we go. Down. No, you don't want to. All right. Well, I guess that's as good as that gets for now. I hope the root reaches for water. This. Oh goodness. And here's the other issue: is these are pretty tight. So about I just right. Come on. There we go. That'll be fine. There. And there. Oh. Okay. Number 1, done. Let's try this one. Just shove it in there. And oh, that's right. Now take this one. This is the burlap. This is not going to work. This is not going to work. It's just they're so little. Oh, and it's not going through the screen. The paper towel works. The paper towel actually works, and it seems like nothing else does. Yeah, there's really no way to get the root through there unless I do like major surgery. So frustrating. Very, very frustrating. We'll just take this entire thing here and put it on there and see how it goes. Let's see. Good job. There. And you. Yeah. Alright, well, I hate that, but it might work. It might work. Alright, now for some food for these babies. So here are the whipple bean germination babies. Now, this is obviously not a bean, it's a sunflower. So I can't count it. But I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got 8 out of 10, which is an 80% germination rate. And I was actually looking at the wrong study when I said 85. The acceptable rate is actually 60%. So 80% is above the median number. So this is perfectly fine. And I can start giving away whipple beans for next year. No, I'm not going to keep these. Although it'd be nice, I just don't have enough room in the greenhouse for them. Teeny tiny update on the pepper plant. there's good news and bad news. Good news is babies. Look, the hand pollination. Hand pollination is definitely working. Nice babies. The bad news is there's an infestation. There is something, probably fungal, but probably started by an insect. So I'm gonna have some work to do to save this plant before it's too late. Hopefully I can fix this, and I'm gonna keep hand pollinating a lot of these little flowers because it's still covered with flowers, which is great, but these leaves are falling off, which is not good. Alrighty, here is my Lechuza planter, and I'm going to show you today how I'm going to turn this into a little hydroponic unit. Now down here, here's the inside of it, and it has its little plug in the bottom. I made sure that plug was absolutely watertight, and I'm going to leave all the little inserts in it that actually hold the planter inside. It does have its little hole, which is just fine with me, because that's how the water is going to get from the bottom back up through the top. Once it fills up this area, it'll just trickle back down through that hole. Let's see. Now you'll see I've drilled a hole here, and that is for the tube on the pump. This is the pump that was way too small for the bigger hydroponic system. I've put on the connection that is for aeration, but instead I've covered up the larger hole on top, so it's going to pump water through here all the way up to the top. So I'm going to put this, oh, I can't remember how I did it. Should be this way. There we go. And you can see the pump down there. Poke it through this little hole. I have also nipped off just a tiny little bit of this corner. That's going to make sure that the cord isn't squished. Go and put that through here. And I don't necessarily need this, but I really want to keep everything all together, so I'm gonna leave it the way it is. Slide this down there. Now obviously I don't need this much because the water is going to come through, so I'm just going to poke that down until it's about right here, and that will water the roots of whatever plant I put in there. Now it's time for the substrate, and I've gone back to the lava rocks. Yes, I went outside, I got some more lava rocks, I soaked them, I scrubbed them, I rinsed them, and then I left them out in the rain for the night. So they are good and clean. Wow, this greenhouse is really tight quarters. It's very hard to do anything in here. There we go. Looks like I'm gonna need some more rocks. I just need enough room to be able to put the cup in there and then have the water spill over into the plant. So this is pretty good so far. And then all I need to do is, when I'm ready to actually plant something in it, is fill it up with enough water so that the pump is covered and it can constantly circulate the water. Welcome back, guys. Well, I'm in the middle of... Oh shit, I'm gonna start that over again.